welcome back to Morning Coffee. My name is Megan, and this channel talks everything organization, goal-getting, productivity, and personal growth. You should probably consider subscribing to this channel so you don't miss any of the videos that I make on Wednesdays and Sundays all about those topics. If you checked your calendar lately, you're going to know that it's December and mid-December, which means 2020 and a brand new decade are right around the corner. I don't know about you, but I so get excited by this time of year. But before you get ready for 2020, it's really important that you spend some time wrapping up 2019 and what it meant to you so you can have an even better year in 2020. Before you can really lay out a plan for what you want to do next year, you have to get really crystal clear about where you've been in the last 12 months. It's too hard to know where to go if you don't have a good understanding of where you are. What things are going really well in your life? What things do you want to work on? What are things that you've always wanted to work on and haven't had time to do? These are the kinds of things that are going to help you set the stage for planning a really successful 2020. Did you make goals for 2019? If you did, now is the time to dig them out. Dig them out of that notebook or that document where you put them. Pull them out. Really look at them. When you look at the list of them, see if those things are still important to you. Are they things that you worked on throughout the year? Are they things that you totally forgot? Are they things that are no longer a priority? I think that we get so excited at the beginning of the year and we tell ourselves we're going to do everything and we're going to get it all done. And the truth of the matter is you can't get a lot done well. It's better to pick a few goals and really go after those than try and tackle a bunch. Take a look at your list of goals and really narrow them down, prioritize them, and see what things still seem to matter to you, and maybe those are the things that you're going to work on in 2020. So for example, in 2019, I had a goal to decorate my new house, like get all of the spaces picked up, set up, not perfectly done, but at least decorated in a nice state. And I had set out this plan that I was gonna do one space every month. 12 months, 12 spaces, totally fine, right? Well, I didn't really think about the plan of that in the context of everything else I was doing in my life, and so obviously that was far too ambitious of a plan. I did make a lot of progress on the first level of my house, but when it comes to the lower level, we didn't really get there this year. And that's okay, but it is one of the things that I'm looking at then for 2020. I'm saying, this was really important to me. I still do feel like it's a priority. I do want to get it done. I'd like to get it done next year, but now I can take the knowledge that I learned in 2019 and say, okay, we're going to have to break it down into a little bit smaller of steps and understand that progress is going to be a little slower. Next, look back in your calendar for 2019. Look back through your calendar or your social media feed or the pictures on your phone. Look back and really think about, what did I do this year? I think it's so easy to focus on the things that we haven't done or the things that we're struggling with or the things that we wish we did versus really celebrating some of the actual really cool things that you did within the year. And it can be super easy to forget them. So I think it's just important to, again, really understand where you are, to take a look back on your year. Look at your calendars for events that you went to, books that you read, experiences you had, trips you took, or people you saw. I think it just gives you a better sense of happiness and accomplishment and just a direction. Like, oh, look at everything that I did this year. That is really awesome. I feel like I didn't do much, but when I really review it, I actually did. It'll be much easier to head into 2020 with that kind of positive mindset. Next, get out a piece of paper or a note in your phone and ask yourself one question. What do I wish I did more of this year? I think this is huge. I think this really frames for you the life that you want to create for yourself in 2020. When you look back on your 2019 and you say, I really wish that I would have spent more time with my family. Then you can set out in 2020 with some goals and habits and tasks to actually do more of that next year. You can't build the life you want without being super, super intentional about what that is. So, asking yourself this question and taking a few minutes to just jot down some simple things is really going to get your brain thinking and moving towards 2020 for what you want and the year that you'd like to have. If you have other people in your household, like a spouse or kids, involve them in this process. They don't have to do anything as rigorous as you might be doing in terms of writing it down, but have a conversation. Talk to your husband and say, hey, what do you want to do more of this coming year? Ask your kids, what was some of the most fun things we've done lately? That will kind of help set your priorities and set your goals and really your aspirations and your dreams for the year ahead. They may come up with something you may not have even thought of. We all know how easy it is to set goals and how easy it is to not follow through on them. Taking some time to really set your intentions for next year by reviewing what your last year has been is what's really going to give you the perspective and the motivation to actually do what you want to do in 2020. Goals are hard to stick to, but you have to know the why and the reason behind doing all of those things, and that's what's going to help you actually get some things done in 2020. And speaking of New Year's resolutions, I am so excited to share that in January, I will be doing an 8-part special series on 2020 resolutions. Each video is going to cover an area where people commonly set resolutions and is going to give you tips, resources, books, podcasts you can listen to, all sorts of resources to help you accomplish your goals in 2020. Not just set goals and resolutions, but actually make them happen. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my 2020 resolution series, and I will see you in our next video. Thank you so much for watching.